This game is Snap or Snip, first sound. Your child will count the sounds in 2 spoken words and determine which one has more sounds. This game is a combination of the previous Snap It On and Snip It Off activities. Remember, this activity is about counting and ordering the sounds in words. It is not about spelling. Go to our website to print out the work mats, word list, and sound counting cards. Cut apart the sound counting cards. Set the work mats in front of the child with the sound counting cards next to them. Explain to your child that you will say 2 words, and her job is to count the sounds in each word and decide which has more sounds, the first word or the last word. Here's an example. Listen to the 2 words I say, then repeat them and count the sounds you hear in each word. If you hear more sounds in the first word, you will use the snip windows, so you can snip off a sound to make the last word in the bottom row. But if you hear more sounds in the last word, you will use the snap windows, so you can snap on a sound to make the last word in the bottom row. Here's how you guide your child through a round of the game. Let me show you what I mean. Listen to my 2 words. Eat, meat. Again, eat, meat. Now say and count the sounds in eat.
Eat. 2 sounds.
Yes, eat has 2 sounds. How many sounds does meat have? Say it and count the sounds you say.
Eat. 3 sounds.
Now she must judge which of the 2 words has more sounds. Help her through this like this. Since eat was my first word, do you need to snap a sound onto eat or snip a sound off of eat to make meat?
I don't know. Snip it off?
This is the wrong answer, but let her figure it out for herself. Okay, use your snip windows to see if you're right. Use the sound counting cards to fill in the top row with the sounds you hear in eat.
Eat. Uh-oh, I have an extra window.
Well, try putting the cards in the snap windows and see if they fit there. Use the sound counting cards to fill in the top row with the sounds you hear in eat.
Eat. They fit.
Good! My second word was meat. Say meat and count the sounds you hear in the bottom row of windows.
Eat. 3 sounds and 3 windows.
So, you needed to snap on a sound to eat to make meat.
Yes.
What sound did you snap on to eat to make meat? Right. Use a new sound card for and bring the cards for E and T down from the top row of windows to the bottom row. Review and reinforce the child's choices to snip or snap and to change a sound at the beginning or end of the word to be sure she understands the concepts. For example, look at the house where you put your sound counting cards. Did the snip or snap windows work with these words?
The snap windows.
Why?
I had to snap a sound on eat to make meat.
Yes. Now tell me where you snapped on the sound. At the beginning of eat or at the end of eat? Did you say meat or eat?
Meat.
Where is that sound? At the beginning or end of meat?
At the beginning.
Good job. Go through 5 to 10 word pairs in a session. Be sure to mix up the order so that sometimes the longer word is first and sometimes the shorter word is first. And that's how we play Snap or Snip first sound.